self-incurred tutelage. The overcoming of man's inability to make use of his understanding without direction from another. So, on what basis does Hicks consider Kant to be a counter-enlightenment philosopher? Well, he says that Kant attacked enlightenment reason, that Kant concluded that objectivity must be abandoned, and that our reason is limited to structuring our subjective creations. Now, anyone who has read any book by Kant will know how absurd these accusations are. First of all, saying that Kant rejected objectivity is really strange considering his entire epistemological project was an attempt to ground objective knowledge in the face of human skepticism. To say that Kant is against reason makes no sense considering to what extent he utilized reason and clarified its conditions and praised it in his works. And to say that for Kant our reason is limited to structuring our subjective creations is flat out false, because Kant very clearly stated that what are categories of understanding structure is not subjective creations, but sensory data given to us by the thing in itself, which is Kant's term for external things outside of relations to human subjects. On page 41, he says that, quote, "The key point about Kant is that he prohibits knowledge of anything outside of our skulls." Again, this is flat out wrong. Our skulls, as well as the empirical world in which they exist, are possible objects of experience, and therefore, for Kant, are subject to scientific, empirical, and objective inquiry. Kant made it pretty clear that he was an empirical realist. It seems that Hicks does not understand one of the basic points of Kant's critique, and the way in which Kant critiqued reason. It's not that Kant criticized reason as a whole, far from it. He placed it on a very high pedestal. One must simply read the title of his first critique of pure reason. By pure, he means reason detached from empirical observation. For Kant, reason is able to rationally structure empirical experience, but when detached from empirical experience, it can lead to all kinds of contradictory conclusions. The critique was partially an attack against fuzzy, empirically insensitive philosophy. On page 108, Hicks even says that, quote, "Kant blamed mankind for having chosen to use reason when our instincts could have served us perfectly well." Just what? A common criticism of Kant's ethics is the opposite, that they are too based on cold reason and detached from sentiment. It's a very, very basic and foundational aspect of Kant's moral philosophy that morality is based on universal, practical reason. Hicks says that the reason Kant adopted anti-reason views is because of religious motivations. Quote, "He saw the beating that religion had taken at the hands of the Enlightenment thinkers, so he realized that we need to decide which has priority, reason or religion. Kant firmly chose religion." Again, just mind-boggling. It would have been more accurate to say that Kant was the one doing the beating against religion, at least the way it was conceived in theology at the time. Some of the main targets of Kant's critiques of pure reason were rationalistic arguments for the existence of God and the existence of the soul. Kant believed that those arguments were invalid because they were detached from possible objects of experience. He was commonly criticized by theologians for trying to destroy the foundations of religion. In fact, it was for this reason that he was famously termed the all-destroyer. To reduce his extremely detailed, grand, fascinating, and influential philosophy to anti-reason motivated by religious belief is a philosophical crime. But that's not enough. Hicks, with his account of Kant,
Oh, hi everybody.
contradicts himself. On page
I'm just
26,
making a quick video
Praising
saying
Enlightenment
that
philosophy, he says,
I'm
"The
David
individual
Miles,
is an end in himself,
OG
enlightenment
Miles.
thinkers taught. A slave
I'm
and
against the
servant of
forced
others."
shit.
Well, you know which enlightenment thinker taught
I
that?
just wanted
None
to
other
say,
than Kant. Kant as an end in himself is Kant's specific and unique
my two
formulation,
accounts
and yet
were
in the very next page,
locked up.
Hicks lists Kant as a philosopher of
on Facebook,
counter-enlightenment.
and
Hicks's account of Kant is probably
need
most
some-
mind-boggling and
I
frustrating.
need you to add me.
That's saying a lot.
I need some new friends. I need to make some new friends, okay?
Postmodern philosophers,
So,
they are
if you could add me,
recent and came from a time
that'd be
when
great
philosophy
help.
was becoming increasingly less
As your family, friends, everybody,
to misread Kant as
they could
badly
add
is
me.
much
My friend,
worse.
my
Not only is
Facebook
Kant
is
one of
very,
the most
very,
influential philosophers of
very
all time,
quiet.
he is also one of the biggest
Probably,
contributors
there's
to
nobody
the
over
critical
there,
theory
nobody
that
ever
gave
speaks
rise,
really.
and one of the biggest contributors to moral philosophy.
Because
Whatever your
I'm on this,
political or philosophical views, chances
this
are
one
that the
now,
theorists you read or follow will
because
to
my
some extent
Facebook's
have been
locked up.
influenced by Kant. When I read
So if you could
Hicks's
add me,
account of
please.
Kant,
I
only
am
one thing became clear.
a YouTuber,
Previously in my
see,
videos,
I'm quite
especially on my
famous.
video on Jordan Peterson, I have seen comments
I
making
need
really
some
strange claims
people
about
to
modern
add me.
philosophy, like that Kant was
So soon as
encounter
possible,
enlightenment,
please.
where Hegel was
This
not
is
a
the,
modern philosopher, where Hume was a
I have no
relativist,
idea why
initially I
the
would get
lock
confused about what led them to
Facebook
believe
is
this.
locked in
I would
for
just
a
assume
reason.
that maybe they misheard
4,000
someone,
friends,
misunderstood someone, or just misremembered.
and
After all, no
Facebook just
academic
locked my
philosophers or
account.
modern historians ever reached
Try
such
to
conclusions.
verify
Now I
who I
realize
am.
that all those claims are
They
coming
want
from this
ID,
one
and
book
I don't
by
have any
one
ID,
person,
so
and it's kind of sad.
yeah, please
He
add
then
me.
goes on to Hegel.
I
The
am
noticeable
screaming
thing
out
here
for
is that
people
he
to add
claims that
me,
Hegel's dialectical
so I can show you my
philosophy
videos,
rejects
and
Aristotle's
maybe
principle
I'll
of
be able to do a video
non-contradiction.
for you
In
as
case you
well.
don't know,
So
Aristotle's law of
if you see this,
non-contradiction is a
can you
basic
please
law of
add me?
logic which states that something
So
cannot be
really,
both A
really
and not A
desperately
at the
need
same
some
time and in the
new
same
friends.
respect. In other words,
Please share
something
my
cannot have
videos.
contradictory qualities.
Please.